Everyone, it's Connie from Thoughts to Treasures. Today we are going to be doing one of my what I call happy signs. It's a layered sign, great decor piece that can be used for fall. It just depends on what saying you put on and what decoupage paper you put on. Scrapbooking paper, that's what I was thinking of. So I usually start by painting the boards. I always find that when I decoupage paper to a raw piece of wood, it never seems to stay for me. Now, scrapbooking paper is thicker, so usually they say when you use napkins, decoupage napkins onto anything, you should give it a white background so that it's more vibrant. However, I always find that when I decoupage onto wood, it just never adheres. Not for the fact of the scrapbooking paper to be more vibrant. It's just for the Mod Podge to adhere better to the paper. I do use the iron method, and I give just a layer. So I do the front, I do the sides, I do the back of everything, except for this front board. It's going to be layered, so I'm only going to do the front side. This is where our decal is going to go onto, and I am just using Waverly White. I think it's called Snow White. So now we're going to Mod Podge and dry the Mod Podge. And there's our paper. The scrapbooking paper I was talking about. We're just going to use the iron that on, and sand off all the extra size edges. The paper's a 12 by 12. And my board is an 11 by 11. So here I just smoothed out with the sander to make sure that the painted board is smooth. Vinyl adheres better to smooth than it does to rough, so it's easier to apply. So I just took my transfer tape. Here I'm just pulling off the backer, making sure that everything stays onto the transfer tape. And we're just going to put it onto our board. And again, you want to do this slowly. Don't rip it off like a Band-Aid. You want to do it super slow. Make sure everything stays down, because if you see something come up, you can stop. Put your transfer tape back down, rub a little bit more, and then continue on. Just go slowly, and off it comes. And there you go. You have your decal on. Now you can see here that the U is missing in beautiful. When you weed and cut from the Cricut silhouette, you may end up missing a letter. When you weed it, it just comes off. It's going to happen. I just simply reprint just that one section and make it, and then add it to it later. So now we're going to make a bow for our sign, and I just chose this orange and green. I thought it went well with the leaf background. And of course, no fall project is complete without a little bit of raffia. So I like to add a lot of raffia to about just anything. So we're just going to wind that together with some twine, tie it off in the back. Pull, tie it tight. These are the kind of bows that I like to make. I call them scrunch and bunch bows. Actually, a friend of mine had come up with the name. So before I put anything on the front, I do like to put my hangers on the back. That way you're not having to squish. And I never do a full beaded hanger. I usually put about 4 to 5. Most of the time it's 4 on each side, just to give it with the bead look. But I always find when I do a full beaded hanger, and this is just my preference, you can do it any way you want. So now I know a lot of you guys don't have access to a Cricut or Silhouette machine. If you are interested in decals made so you can make your own sign like this, you are more than welcome to contact me. Now here's the greenery. I do like to wrap twine around that, it's easier for me to have a place to hold it and glue it down rather than individually. Again, my preference. You can do it any way you want. Glued our board down, put our greenery on, and there we have it. If you guys are interested in showing us how you can make one of these and want to display it, please join my Thoughts of Treasures Crafty Friends group, or you can join my page and follow along with more crafting ideas.